Welcome to Fantasy Football Review Week 3. Let's go team by team to see how pathetic most of the teams in this league really are. We're going to start out with the most pathetic of all, which obviously is Jason Venturini's squad. Now, we're not really concerned with wins and losses this early in the season when it comes to Venturini, because the fact of the matter is, we know that he will come in last, ultimately, no matter how well he starts out the season. The man swung the trade to land Tony Homo, and we can only hope that works out for the best for Venturini. His prospects for the season, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's cursed. You know he's going to finish on last. And he didn't even bother to give his team a logo. Again, great job, Venturini. I'll look at Brett Favre's Waffle House, and Brett Favre finally managed to land himself on his own fantasy team. Obviously, Favre is going to be throwing many touchdowns, many interceptions, many fumbles, many yards. He'll be tops in every statistic, positive and negative, the rest of the season, just because that's the way Favre is. We now move over to Paul's first team. Now, with Paul's first team, he's had some delusions of grandeur where he's tried to make trades for Chris Johnson and somehow thinking that a couple of bench players equals the number one rated player going into the season. I don't know how this computes, but nevertheless, we expect no less from Paul. Now, will Paul be able to keep up this great start with his first team? Or will he have to do what he did a couple years ago, which is abandon his first team and move on to his second team? Well, how good is that second team of his? Well, let's see. Paul's second team contains the best and the worst, in that it contains one of my favorite players, Aaron Rodgers, and some players that I'm not too fond of, such as Rapist Burger and Cheap Shot artist Flying Hard, and that's what Mark Madden calls him. But nevertheless, this team looks pretty solid and should be a good one for Paul to pick up just in case his first team ends up doing poorly. Now let's quickly move on to the rest of the teams in this league. How about Team Bittinger? Team Bittinger has, of course, the most original name in the entire league. No logo, too. Good job, Bit. You really put a lot of effort into this. And, well, with Bit, I mean, he could just get lucky, not touch his team the whole season, and end up winning the championship. It's the way things usually go, isn't it? Let's move over to Ben's team. And Ben has worked hard at naming his team with something creative, coming up with a logo. So at least he's come up with that. But the fact that he's starting Pastor John's friend, Dwayne Bowe, tells me that the main reason he's playing fantasy football this season is obviously to impress PJ. As for other teams, a rump. The Charleston River Dogs called they're suing you for copyright infringement. As for Adam's team, well, at least he got his team's abbreviation right in this league. Over in fantasy baseball, it's B-Dud, and I think that says it all. Who else is in this league? Mel. Well, no reason to waste any time on a Gaga fan. And finally, Brent. Well, it's tough because he's in his first year of fantasy football in this league. So starting out 0-2 is to be expected, but it's possible that he'll make a comeback and go for the championship. So good luck to everyone besides Mel, Adam, Paul, Paul's other team, Jay, Ben, Bit, Brent, and Rump.